This is Charting Crypto. It's Wednesday, the 27th of April, 2022. We look at our charts and we immediately see we're going into our third week. This is the 24-hour Bitcoin chart. Thank you, Bitstamp. And this is, of course, being looked at on our Trading View screen. We have a 200 EMA. We have the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks. We're using the STC indicator, which those of you who've been with us here recently, you know that it's a combination of stochastics and the MACD, the Moving Average Convergence Divergence Indicator. It's gone red and over the last week. And what do we see happening? Again, just continued down move. Now, we always juxtapose this to the Bitcoin chart that I like to follow, and that is, of course, the ETF. There are 3 approved ETFs. They're Bitcoin futures ETFs, short term. What do we see on those? Well, same thing. They mimic in many ways. I mean, for instance, we see in Bitcoin today, well, and again, it's after hours now. So after hours, Bitcoin is standing at 2.94%. What we saw with XBTF during the trading day, 2.30% up. Nonetheless, a down week as we look at things. That's what we see on the weekly chart. We, of course, see a down week on the 2-day chart, and of course, it's crossed over going down. And where are we on the half day? Again, sideways slippage throughout the course of the day on Wednesday, but still heading down -15 with the success multiplier formula. And again, below the 200 EMA. So as we look at things across the board, it was an up day, but that doesn't obviate. And again, we're looking at the half-day chart now of Bitcoin from Bitstamp. And of course, as we look at what's going on, we realize that, still lots of downward pressure on Bitcoin. Same with the rest of the space. We look, and again, let's just keep an eye on the big chart. Like to trade with big charts for big money. We're looking at Ethereum right now. Where does Ethereum stand? Well, we can see also that Ethereum is above its 200 EMA on the weekly chart, but again, paralleling as so many of these cryptocurrencies do, the price action with Bitcoin down for the last 3 weeks, up for the day, just under 3% also. And we go on to other coins. We look at Cardano, we look at Solana, we look at Ripple, we look at Polkadot. I mean, again, you can see what the big dog is doing affects what the other coins are doing. Not totally, but I keep seeing as I look in the marketplace the effect that Bitcoin has. Now, here's an interesting chart for you to look at. It is the Bitwise Top 10 Crypto Index Fund balanced and weighted as per Bitcoin. As per the top 10 cryptocurrencies and the weight that they have, which is primarily Bitcoin because it is so much larger than everything else. It is a bit curious here as we look at what's going on with the STC on the weekly chart. It's just spiking up like crazy and doesn't make a great deal of sense to me. It's been going down here 4 weeks. I don't quite understand. When I see those types of anomalies on a chart, it makes me stay away from that chart because it ain't working. But we look at where things are, of course, on the half day, and you can see that we are well below the 200 EMA on the overall market. And again, it is an ETF that, again, tracks all of those in an index. Well, it's an index fund for you to track what's going on broad market, not putting a lot of stock with that crazy STC in using that as a tracking mechanism. So what do we see overall? Not a big change from where we were this last week. Still lots of downward pressure across the board in the cryptocurrencies. I mean, going into the third week after things were peaking, we were getting so excited. We just saw things roll over. Gave us, of course, a short chart trading opportunity, and we are in another short chart trading opportunity right now. And when I say short chart, what I'm talking about is we are shorting Bitcoin as far as a practice trade goes. I am not personally doing that. I'm tracking it to see how accurate we can be. Got a little bit of a track record of being accurate in that, but with the volatility in Bitcoin, going short in it again is something that I would have to practice trade for quite a while before you would find me jumping into it. And the problem is on the Bitcoin futures, if you look the bid and the ask, it's a big spread there. I'm not about to jump in with a huge loss just starting off with such a large bid ask. Again, always remember, the closer the bid ask numbers are together, the more liquid the option, the cryptocurrency, the whatever it is. I mean, think about it. If you go out and you buy a product and then you're immediately able to turn around and sell it for what you bought it for close to it, tells you it's pretty liquid. You don't see that, you used to not see that at all in cars, but things have changed. I mean, with the used car market up 40%, it's crazy. Somebody buys you to drive a car and use it up. It's insane. That tells us a lot about what's going on in the market, and it should make you very weird when common sense is not playing out in the real world that we live in. Talk more about that later. Thank you so much, my friends. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters. Bottom line, hold on to things. No practice trades going up on Bitcoin right now. We'll wait, watch, and see. Lots of negative energy pushing things down, even though it was an up day, a few percent. Take care.